Welcome back, everybody, to MUTMen Podcast episode. Actually, what episode is this? Like 130?
136.
136! And we're joined by that lovely voice in the back of you guys here. Gut Fox, how you doing, man?
Good. I like being the back of people's heads' voices because I got a couple of those myself, and they sound pretty dangerous at times. Is that sometimes what I sound like, Texas, to you when I tell you, hey, quick sell these cards?
Sometimes I hear whenever I'm like powering players up, don't do it. Every time I do it, I hear you in my head. Just like, don't do it. Because like, even though power-ups are good this year, you still don't got any power-ups on your team.
I got power-ups. What are you talking about?
Bro, you got Odell Beckham just chilling there. You not powered up. You got Hopkins chilling, not powered up. Your quarterback's not powered up. You don't be using power-ups, Gut Fox.
Yeah, it's because I gotta change out so frequently on cards to test them out and get my impressions on them that power-ups is just kind of like a waste of training and coins in the end for a person like me. But for a regular, person that likes to sit on their cards for a while, great, glorious, wonderful. But like, let's get to the text message first before we go into hardcore MUT content. What do you got for us this week? Yeah,
text message. I'm not prepared for text message this week. What did I do this week? What did I do? Oh, okay. So I can tell you the story. So we had a party over here this past weekend, and somebody came in my room and stole $80 out of my wallet.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So I was kind of mad.
Did you figure out who it was?
You know who it was, because one person that came here that nobody knew. But like,
see, yeah,
yeah. So somebody invited his girl, and he came with her, and apparently he's like a big time scammer. I don't want to put his name out there in the streets, but I just know, I'm telling you, Brandon, when I find you, bro, I'm putting my fist in your face. Hope you know this. I'm putting my fist through your face.
Well, can you at least film it so we can put it on like World Star or something?
No. So I think what we're going to do is like we're going to set like a little bait trap up, right? Invite his girl back over with him. I'm going to get my camera in my room. We're going to do some like surveillance stuff and put some money in the desk. So he comes here, bro, I'm closing the door and we're going to beat him up with it like nickels and socks. It's going to be fun.
I like that you say we're going to do it all like, or set a trap and you just put it out to the public that like, there's at least 4 people that are going to listen to this that are going to know that this is happening. I'm guessing he might be one of them. Just
he might be, bro.
He
might be, but I'm just saying though, if I see him again, bro, it's going to be on and popping.
That's kind of hot. Please film it. I mean, just think of the amount of views that you'd get.
Catching beef in my studio?
Do it for the Vine. Yeah.
All right. I'll make it happen, bro. We're going to make it happen, bro. It's going to be fun.
I'm kind of excited. So we invited a baby onto the podcast, didn't we, Tex?
Yeah, we did. You got something to say, baby? Hey, baby. Hey. How does it feel to be our first baby on the podcast?
I think
she's excited.
I could say, yeah, I can speak baby. That's, yeah, very excited.
She's like, hey, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Wait, you introduce him, Texas.
Our guest is I don't know what you would call it. Like, he's a really informative MUT Twitter account that, like, I go to whenever like, I need some help. Like, he always provides me with information. Same thing with Gut Fox. Good dude. He has a kid, so he's a responsible adult. So you should always trust his advice. Because anybody with kids, they take care of them. Somebody you should trust. My man is... It's BobLobLaw. It's kind of hard to say fast. I will stutter that. But how's it going, man? First time on the podcast. How you feel?
I feel good. Happy to be here. Riley's happy to be here for the first part of it. It's my daughter's name.
Well, don't dox in the pod. One of our rules. No doxing the daughter.
Well, so far she's been doxed and Brandon's been doxed. So
yeah.
Uh-oh. Wait, Brandon? Who's Brandon?
Brandon's the motherfucker that stole some money from me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I have a really short-term memory, don't I?
It's not mud. I ain't remembering anything.
Yeah, I think I've drinking too much. So I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. All right, so BobLobLaw, how do you compare yourself to the average Madden and MUT player? How long have you been playing Madden 1 and then MUT 2nd? Kind of describe your background in this whole shindig we call a society of Madden MUT.
All right, so I'm old in gamer years, so had some early Madden experience way before MUT ever existed. Got back into MUT and Madden in general for MUT 15. Been playing heavily every year since. Definitely a money spender, pack opener kind of guy. Like to have good players and hopefully like them to perform like good players on the field. So I'd say MUT comes first, gameplay comes second, but it's probably a pretty close first and second.
I gotcha. Actually, wait. Let me go through the whole agenda first. Then we'll go into the rest of the show. So we'll talk about BobLobLaw, community member. Follow him on Twitter, of course. Texas. Are you gonna put that into the description?
Always in the description below.
Woo!
So click the link.
And if you, what's that?
Follow count. So click the link and get his follow count up.
Yeah. If you're on iTunes, please rate us what you think we deserve. If that's a 5, give us a 5. If it's a 1, give us a 1. But please rate. We'll go through.
Don't rate a 1. Rate a 5. And just say they suck.
I mean, that's number manipulation. What are we, Uber?
Yes. Protest vote. Just do a 5 and say we suck. Just words are more popular than numbers. Like the higher the stars, the more likely it's gonna pop up with your message. You know. So.
That's a very good point. We gotta be more controversial. Get more like negative stuff going on. So let's try and be controversial today. We're gonna go through game changers and what's the deal. We're gonna talk about
hot topic.
Hot. We should get a game changer on next week and have them just say why, what. Okay, next. All right, we'll do most feared predictions, and we'll look back at Madden 13's puzzle pieces, and Texas will educate us on that one. Madden is dead and gameplay killed it is a topic. I feel like, what is it, like a $1,000 pyramid type deal or $10,000 pyramid type question. Team of the week fantasy packs, which are new. Eric Berry in his 99 zone and Texas getting a chance to use it out. The meta right now, and if they're going to patch it, and then recycled legends is what we'll wrap up. Then we'll take some questions from the comments of last week's, and that'll be the show for today. So we heard about your background. We heard about you saying MUT first, gameplay second. Let's talk about Madden gameplay here. So let's do the Madden is dead. Bob, do you feel Madden is dead?
So as far as people being on the game and playing it, no. As far as people caring about watching it and seeing what different people are doing, absolutely.
Why?
Well, I mean, when a new card comes out, you jump on and it still seems like, it seems obvious people are ripping and in the game with how fast cards pop up and prices drop. So I think people are still getting in for the MUT content. And I think there's been a lot of talk about, gameplay letting down MUT content because MUT's been doing pretty well. But then when it's, let's check out this stream and, okay, here comes the looping blitz. Here comes split close and pat sale. And you just watch that all day. It's old.
Yeah. Texas, I'll respond to that after. I want to hear what Texas' response to that is. Do you think people still like the game of MUT but don't like to watch it?
I don't know, because watching Madden has been a thing for a while. People just don't seem to want to watch the gameplay aspect of it. But then there are some YouTube channels that kind of succeed doing that. So I don't know if it's they don't like watching the game. Maybe they don't like watching certain people play the game. But as an overall, as a I guess you could say it, the majority doesn't seem to want to watch because it's not doing great on Twitch, and that may be because nobody's streaming it or because it just is not fun to watch people just run 2 plays. Because pretty much all you're gonna get. You're gonna get 2 formations the entire game if you watch a competitive player play. And at that point, you're pretty much just watching him adjust from there.
Yeah, right now it's a lot of looping blitzes, pat sail out a bunch, or stretch and dive of what I'm seeing a lot of the meta. But about that, the thing is, I see this meme every year. People aren't watching on Twitch. Everybody always points toward the Twitch numbers and how Madden's dead. It's like, is it dead just because Twitch numbers aren't very good? Because YouTube numbers, dudes are out getting 100,000 views every video plus, easy. There are multiple guys getting that. MMG, TD, K, your boy Pizza, Toke. They're still doing there's still tons of humongous Madden creators on YouTube. Just because people are pointing at one source doesn't mean it's any worse than previous years. Because Madden's always dead on Twitch. Let's look at it. Here's the thing that kills it: creators burn out and stop streaming it. Problem was getting 1,000 viewers or 2,000 when the game launched. And then he's kind of dabbling in other games now. And when he comes back to Madden, I think I saw him at 600 or something the other day. But the famous streamers of the past, remember when we had who was on it? They said they burned out a stream. Wheels burned out a stream, and somebody else said it. And 15, they said they're getting 300 viewers a stream, and they just burned out. I forgot. But anyways, and then GS used to be a big streamer, but he kind of burned out. I don't think it's so much the audience leaves; it's just the creators leave because they're sick of it. And then their audience is kind of oh, well, if he's not streaming, I'm not gonna watch. So if somebody stayed with it, kind of like how FIFA's got their creators that stayed streaming every day. These people, if they started from 15 till now streaming daily, they would be at multiple thousands of people watching them. And I think that's the issue. Madden gameplay, maybe I don't think there's a lot of games that are super like, oh my god, this is like, I watch Hearthstone stream. There are Hearthstone streamers they're streaming to 10,000 plus people nightly. There are multiple ones over 1,000 plus people. I don't think Hearthstone gameplay is significantly better than Madden gameplay. I like watching it because I like having it on the other monitor when I'm doing other thing like the radio. But the thing is, people aren't burning out of Hearthstone quite like they're burning out of Madden. I don't know if it's the personalities of the streamers themselves. Like, people who stream Madden, we are very, very passionate. Or at least a lot of people are. A lot of people are kind of just like, maybe they don't really say much the whole stream. But regardless, I think it's burnout that's hurting numbers on Twitch. But you don't see that on YouTube, right? These people have been doing, Anto's been doing YouTube Madden since 2010. And he's got great numbers, you know, and he's continuing with it. So I don't believe it. I don't believe it's the audience. I believe it's the creators more than anything else. Texas?
Maybe something on it. That's just, I guess it's just probably doing the stream, because you stream probably for how long on Twitch? Probably at least like 4 hours in. Whereas with YouTube, you don't gotta like spend 4 hours like in the game. You know, you play one game, get your stuff, edit, upload it, you're good to go. Whereas on Twitch, you're constantly being berated by your chat. You're just, I guess that's probably why people don't stream as much over there, because of that reason alone. It's why YouTube's easier in the long run, because it's not like you're being subjected to the torment on a daily basis. You can take time off. Like, it's. So I think that probably aids into it as well. But like, Madden shouldn't be dead on Twitch. I mean, EA streams don't do bad on Twitch.
Well, they're giving away free stuff, and let's talk about that. Actually, I want to bring that up at the end of the project. I want to talk about Fortnite giving back to their creators, and along with EA drops and stuff. All right, let me add that to the agenda. What do you think, Bob, about what I said?
I guess I don't look at the numbers all that close, but my only question would be those YouTube vids that are getting, all those views. Do those tend to be more gameplay centric, or is it more how to run this glitch play, or look at this team build, or pack opening? Because it still seems like there's more interest in, somebody ripping a bundle than, hey, I'm about to play my Super Bowl.
It's mixed. So gameplay, I think, does okay. Like, gameplay guys are like Toke, right? He's bundles gameplay kind of guy. But then you get guys doing like just random stuff with Madden, like the old laser beam stuff, or they do CFM guys are eating well, but they've been doing good for years. They get like your boy Pizza does just wacky mini games and does some gameplay too, but with like a twist. So he's a lot of entertainment based off Madden. So it definitely varies what content's doing well. Like K's content is based all around getting the newest card of the day and then putting that video up for gameplay. Same with Wheels doing something like that. We had him on. Xerxes doing very well, and he's just basically doing MUT news for like 3 videos a day, and he's doing probably some of the best growth that I've seen this year. So it's a mix.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So like with Twitch, and I don't know. That's hopefully I don't burn out. That's my biggest fear on Twitch. And so while I agree, I do think numbers are down. We discussed this with Wheels. Xerxes didn't see it because he was blowing up. He's been blowing up. But I do think what I've seen through some channels, some are struggling. I think it's the gameplay, right? Like, do we have major complaints about MUT this year? Like, is there – obviously we can always expect more, but would we say MUT's the problem? Like, all right, give me a rating out of both of you. Out of 10, 1 for gameplay, 1 for MUT. First up, Bob.
I would say MUT 8, gameplay 5.
Okay, Texas.
MUT's probably a 9, and gameplay's probably a 3.
Yeah, I'm with Texas on this. I would almost put those exact same numbers. I might go gameplay 4, maybe 3 is, yeah, but that's arbitrary. So what do they need to improve, Tex?
Well, for gameplay reasons, remove thresholds so that way MUT ratings actually mean more.
Yeah,
because kind of gameplay is holding back MUT in that way, because like they're giving cards like +1s that deserve +1s, and some cards get +2s, but with thresholds being in the game, obviously these ratings aren't going to play any different. So if you already got the throw deep threshold, there's no point upgrading your quarterback besides for throw power.
Yeah.
Same thing with, like, I got the spin threshold. There's no point upgrading besides for speed. So the threshold that they have on for the gameplay is affecting MUT, which is why MUT's not a 10, because a lot of these cards are still not really going to play better than their counterparts, which is why why powering cards up is not like the only for abilities. The only reason you power cards up, because not really any point to, because you're not really going to be missing out on much, but besides that +1 speed. And then what else is an issue?
Wait, are they allowing you to put red chems on cards that don't have power ups now?
92 or better. I think that's what the cap is.
That's right.
I think it's 92 or better.
So now here we go. In the future, power ups won't be even needed for that. So
exactly. Unless they're
getting worse.
These abilities like power ups, like 2 extra ability or 2 chemistries, like at certain ratings.
Why? Why did they choose to do this, Texas?
I don't know. I don't have the answers, man. I wish I did. Wish I could like talk to them about like their program, because power ups. I mean, I guess if a card gets to like a 90, because I'm looking at like the Shazier and the Ray Lewis, like eventually they'll get 2 abilities. So maybe the power ups at like certain ratings will get 2 abilities. So there'll be more. That's why you want to go ahead and add a 94 overall or 95 overall, power that player up.
Yeah.
That ability, but then again, the abilities on like defensive backs are all pretty trash. So then you're only going to be wanting to get linebackers, defensive linemen with those particular abilities that are good, like out my way and situational pass rusher or secure tackler.
I feel you.
I don't know.
I feel you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I had the answers, man. Wish I could
why do you think
get Jake on the podcast and ask him like, "What's going on, man?"
Yeah, I want them. I do want EA people back on the podcast. So everybody that's listening to this right now, find your nearest EA member, grab them, shake them, tell them to be on the MUTMen podcast. We want them back. We want them. We need the people to fight for us. All right, Bob, why do you think they gave 92 non-power-ups abilities?
Why do I think they gave power? Well, I think it makes sense that as a card gets better, it should have that, because like you could argue that, I'm buying a top-rated card. Why do I have to power it up for it to get an ability? But I agree with Texas. The power-ups then also always need to give you something extra. So then maybe when you power up something after a 92, it should give an option of a double chem like the diamonds do, because that can be nice when I can say, hey, I have this defensive end that I can boost his block shedding and his pass rush. I do think it's disappointing that they put that in the same slot as the like the speed, the sprinter chem, because why do I have to choose? If I'm buying this card that's this benefit of 2 chems, why do I have to then not be allowed to give him the extra speed with sprinter? That seems like it's defeating the purpose of this card being special. But it's hard for us to come up with answers, because I'm honestly not sure that EA could even answer this.
There might be a reason. For something simple as this, I'm sure there's a reason, right?
If there was a reason, they would tweet out why certain cards can't do that. Instead, we hear your feedback. We'll provide it to the team.
Yeah, Team Diamonds got the dual chem, and then randomly, wasn't it the kickoff promo high elites got dual chem?
Yep.
But it's obviously not all promos are getting that. So why was it just those cards? And I don't even think EA advertised that when that promo came out. So it's likely that was just an accident and they just rolled with it.
Yeah, I could see that. Just like, because I know we got abilities and limited time legends and stuff, and those were starting to come out like 92. And we were just like, oh, okay, well, let's just keep doing that. Yeah.
And then you look at the Ronnie Lott, you can't get power, you can't get ability.
Weird.
He's in 95, right?
Yeah, 94. Yeah.
94. You can't get ability. It was like, what? And then the Steve Smith that came out limited time, the first primetime performer could, but then I'm pretty sure a lot of the other primetime performers couldn't. It's a weird game.
Yeah, are they just not thinking ahead?
No, I think they are thinking ahead. I just don't think that they're probably just forgetting. Like, I'm pretty sure they know what they want to do. They just probably forget to put it on the card.
Yeah.
Because they made their job a lot harder this year. I was thinking about it with power-ups. Not only do they got to test out the limited time version to see if he's not going to break the game, they got to test out every 2 overall increase version of that card to make sure he's not going to break the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing so much work. So much work. So I think that's the reason why they're probably like forgetting some like little stuff that we're calling them out on.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that they got to test it in game. But like, do you think they really do test every single one in gameplay before they launch it? I don't think
they say they do. So I mean, unless we call them liars, I mean, we gotta believe what they say.
It does seem like unnecessary work, but yeah, what do I know? I don't know their workflow. But all right, so Madden gameplay, like we could honestly talk about gameplay for an hour and the things they need to fix. Let me do a rapid fire. Can we do this one in a row? It's kind of like a drinking game. Every time, here's the drinking game. You need to provide something that Madden gameplay needs to improve, or you take a drink. We're gonna go in a circle. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I will go first. So and then Texas, then Bob. Do you guys get the game? Bob, you get the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Provide
All right.
something that Madden can improve gameplay wise.
Gameplay wise, I need to. No, I'll do something a little bit kind of. Well, I'll do something obscure first. So
yeah.
Actually, I should take the easy ones first, shouldn't I?
You should.
I should. All right. Can I rule out glitches, like one-time glitches? Let's say those one-time glitches don't work. I mean, let's just say mechanics. Let's say they can fix all the glitches, like when you snap the ball and the ball goes like 50 yards back or stuff like that, like actual mechanic. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it open. All right, here we go. What Madden needs to fix gameplay-wise, they need their force defenders to actually play as force defenders to stop stretch. So that what I mean is, like at the beginning of the year, we had that. Maybe it's a drinking game. I should be quick, but I'm gonna say this. We had that force defender force up the field, make stretches really hard to do because it's an animation based. Then Matt Stir and a lot of competitive guys complained, so they took that away, and now stretches are super easy to do, especially with the lack of disengages. So they need to fix force defenders. Texas, you're up. Gameplay.
I had something, but then you said force defenders, and I lost my head. What can Madden do to improve gameplay that I had in my head? I was just gonna say guess play.
Okay.
Because I know a play is coming. I want to be able to guess that play is coming.
And then what happens? You get boosts?
If they play the fucking route, it's like how Gruden won a Super Bowl. He knew the Raiders plays, and they shut down the quarterback. Like, if I know your plays, I should never get beat. Because, well, it's probably going to be another one, but, like if I know an out route's coming and I play outside and I still get hit with the out route, I get mad. I get really mad, Fox, especially in man coverage.
Wait, can you say that you hit an out route? Wait, say
if I know an out route's coming and I say play outside in man coverage and you still get beat in the out route.
Shading. Yeah, you could have totally used shading for another one. I get you.
I know. Yes, I don't want to burn it there, but that's my second one. But yeah, it's like, if I know something's coming, reward me. So if I can guess the correct play or I can guess the correct route on one of them, so I got to worry about it. If I know a quick slant's going to be over here and there's going to be a post route over here, let me guess the post route so I can guard the quick slant. I can't guard. I can't do everything myself. So I want to be able to guess.
I got you. Yeah.
What my
I agree. Bob, gameplay fix.
I'm going to go with the low-hanging fruit and say O-line blocking logic.
Oh,
perfect.
Pass blocking specifically, because you can have an 85 pass block left tackle engage and block LT for 6 seconds, but then you'll have a left guard that has 92 pass blocks, stand there and do nothing, and watch the middle linebacker run right by him and sack you in 2.5 seconds. It just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next one, I'll do. Can I say uncoverable crossers? That's similar to Texas's, but his was more like guess play. Yeah. So we'll just say the crossers that can't be covered by by manning or zones. Does that count?
I like that. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, Tex, you're up.
Big hit on spins.
Oh, good idea. Spins, you can't fumble if you get big hit. Last year you punished spins by low hitting. This year they took that out of the game for fumbles. Mm-hmm. Good call, Tex. Bob?
Remove playmaker.
Okay. I'll go linebacker pursuit on runs. You see how run focused I am? Basically on counters or like tosses to the outside. The CPU doesn't recognize it quick enough, or like dives up the middle. They don't attack that middle of the field, or the dive right down the center. Tex, you're up. What are you up?
ID the mic.
All right, perfect. Bob.
Weight logic needs to be a bigger impact in the formula. So it needs to understand if my left tackle is about to block a DB.
All right, I'm up. I'm going to say zone coverage and players not animating, and they just kind of stand and wait for a ball when it goes over their head. Texas?
Removal of impact block on defensive players.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
It's too confusing that people don't know what's more important when it comes to stopping the run, impact block or block shed.
I'm gonna fundamentally disagree, but I
it's just
respect
like
your
like that TJ Watt, by the way, like it's just
I know
he's bad at stopping the run.
He's
really bad at stopping. He's good block shed, but he's bad at stopping the run.
Yeah, so impact. I think impact block is fine as a stat, but I respect that it is a suggestion.
Well, I like it on offense.
You're still in the game.
I like it on offense because that's what leads to pancakes. But I don't like it on defense because it just seems like now you have to
But now it's two stats going against each other, which is kind of cool, though, right? It should be like
but
that.
like you don't know when it's gonna trigger, and then they seem not to give cornerbacks good impact block. So you're just kind of like it seems like you just it's more heavily favors to the offense than it is on defense.
Okay. All right, I'll respect that.
Okay.
Bob?
Either get rid of or clarify redundant red chems. Why does a player with 95 lead block need a lead the way chem?
Fair enough. Red chems that do the work that stats should. Good point.
Yeah.
I will say aggressive catches. You need to tell us if this is a competitive game or a game that allows aggressive catches, and your swap button isn't very good this year, isn't as good as previous years. That is my suggestion. Aggressive catches. Tell us what you want your game to be, but fix your swap button. Texas.
See, I should play more gameplay because I don't have any I have complaints, but it's mostly just nagging stuff.
Dude, we've had 15 gameplay fixes already or something like that.
I know,
so
I just no more the break sack rating. Well, I guess I can say they can't fix animations, the stuff that you can't control after you get an animation. So your quarterback breaks a sack, and then you can't do anything. He breaks a sack, you're getting sacked again. What's the point of that? He broke the sack. I can't fucking throw the ball or move.
Yeah, that's a good point. Animations is you can do a lot on animations, but yeah that's a good one. Yeah. Bob?
Do we like real player motion?
That's the big one right there.
What's wrong with it?
It just I don't know if I want real player motion in a video game.
Like
I want to feel like
motion.
I'm controlling these. It feels non-responsive, and that's not what I want in a video game. At all.
It's not smooth. The cuts are good, but it just feels like you're not running as fast, and then
Here's what I'll say. I'm fine with real player motion. What I'm not fine is with holding right trigger and you moving like a Mack truck from side to side. Mm-hmm. If that's what you mean, when you're holding sprint, you literally can't really go left or right, so they're kind of taking that away from us. But for the rest of it, I don't think real player motion's a big deal this year, in my opinion. I don't see the negative to it, like a lot of people have said. I like the running this year better than last year. At least for control-wise.
I like running back in Madden 17 more than I don't think any game's going to top Madden 17. Is it Madden 17 running right? That's the double juke?
Yeah. No, I think they got rid of it. And I think 16
Madden
was
16 is I don't think anything's going to top Madden 16. That's I enjoyed running. That just more with that. This one's not bad. It's just I don't know, cause as a defender, the real player motion fucks you all the time because you try to go through a gap and you trip. That just could be just physics.
You got tripped last year worse, I felt like. Remember Never Stumble last year? Always would lighten up. I feel like last year the Never Stumble actually mattered. This year I don't feel like I'm tripping as much as a running back. After an interception, which I'll use my gameplay suggestion on. After the interception, that camera's a piece of shit, and you also always trip a lot. So you need Never Stumble on your DBs.
Yep, I like that. Okay.
All right, Texas, you're up.
Let's see. I kind of want to go with trucking.
Okay.
But it's actually really good with Ricky. It's only good. I kind of want trucking backs to be trucking back. I don't think weight should be a factor in that, but at the same, because certain backs are just known for being bruising backs, but that's
the Marshawn.
Yeah, Marshawn's just not good at trucking. But you get a bigger back, which makes a lot of sense, but it's not done properly because then you're only limiting yourself to a certain amount of halfbacks that you can use if you want to be able to truck somebody. Yeah,
it's weird that I agree with you that trucking it heavier backs help with trucking a lot. But in other facets of the game, BobLobLaw said about the right guard versus safeties or corners or something, it doesn't feel as impactful as it should be. So balancing out that weight, it's kind of similar between the two, but I'll allow it. Trucking backs. All right, Bob, you're up. Another gameplay improvement suggestion.
Even though they've tried patching it twice, actually having red chems that do what they're supposed to, right? I think Rockets had a thread on Mutthead talking about that he never sees unfakeable light up, and it just seems like we're still not sure if these even work.
Wait, did you already do red chems?
I talked about specifically redundant red chems.
Yeah. So the first one was... I think you already did. I don't know. That's borderline.
I'll allow it.
Hey,
okay, Texas. All right.
I'll allow it.
The rules.
All right, Texas. All right. Mine is pass block not meaning anything in game. Same way with run block finesse and run block power. They have these stats on the cards. They don't mean anything when you're on the field. All right, Tex, you're up.
pass block. I mean, that's true because the way people can just outsource. I'll go with
No. It pass block finesse and pass block
no.
power.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got you. I was just lost in my head. I'm gonna go with hovering over the center so you can confuse your so your offensive line don't block anybody on the outside.
They tried to patch that, but then user A gaps became a thing. They can't get away with shit. All right, Bob.
Hashtag make height matter again.
Height. What's wrong with height?
Well, I think it started last year where you could throw up your pass to Randy Moss, but Tyrann Mathieu would still be back there and would intercept it in a one-on-one jump ball situation.
That's true. Throwing it up though, right? I don't know if that needs to be a thing anymore.
Well, I think I still like, as long as the person's holding their swat or play the receiver, they should break up the pass. But it was when it seemed like the defender always has the benefit. The defender was more likely to win a jump ball scenario against a taller player than the receiver was ever going to.
I would definitely agree with that. But how do we disincentivize people from throwing it up all game without just throwing picks?
Well, didn't you say back in Madden with the 16 with the aggressive catch, like run cover 2 man?
Yeah,
Have
true.
2 people back there, so that way is less likely to get knocked out.
True, very true.
Yeah.
Or just have a taller player. I could see that. I'll accept it. I'll accept height being an issue in that situation. All right, can I count desyncs and the ability to shift your formation, motion receiver, and desync the game?
Desync.
Yeah, fix desyncs in your game.
That. Okay.
Texas.
I'm out. Well, I mean,
Texas
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out. So
right.
back. Y'all turn. It's like
All
tennis
right.
right now. I'm about
Me
to
and
watch
Bob.
y'all
All right,
volley.
let's go. Let's volley back and forth. Gameplay issues.
I'm tapped.
Nice. All right, I got to get one more to win.
Yeah. You keep going.
How about offense? Offense being able to audible and mess with my D. And they said they patched it, but today I noticed they're able to mess with my D line slants and stuff. All right, let me keep going. How about the ability to recognize play action by how fast you move? They patched user A gaps by slowing down your user on passes. So if it's like a play, you can't tell before the play. But if it's a play action, if you move really slow, it's a pass. But if you're moving fast, then it's a run. So that's a way to tell that. How about what was the one? Texas said something about right trigger and messing with the O line. Looping blitzes. We talked about that with AI. Was it right trigger messing with the AI?
Fraction still got to press right trigger to sprint faster at 1.2 seconds. It's still stupid. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
They ain't fixed that yet? They don't like, what?
Mm-hmm. We got a lot of them, though. If they fix all of those problems, I'm sure there's a couple more that I'm just not remembering right now. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. But if they fix all those problems, do we have like a AAA game again?
Well, I mean, can they fix like some of the issues though? Because they can fix all that, but there's still some stuff that's people are gonna still run, like 3-3-5, for example. How come I can't run the ball against it?
Yeah. That's part of the weight versus like small boys type of issue.
Like, I'm over here like I'm out
logic.
here in fucking goal line. I'm like, I'm getting what? I can't run the ball against this?
I mean, that's part of the run block logic that we're having issues with.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It seems like it's so far away, but man, this game could be so great again, or just great itself. I feel like Madden could, like, you guys are gonna laugh. Let me know if you guys are gonna laugh at this. You think it's realistic? I think Madden, in my mind, could be the best game in the world if they fix a lot of the issues with it and gameplay and stuff. I think it could go back to being that cultural phenomenon that it was in 2003, 2004, 2005. I think with just some gameplay fixes, with Mutt doing some more innovative stuff, not just taking from FIFA every year, becoming a leader instead of a follower. But is that too much to ask? Like, will this happen, or is this just a pipe dream for me? Like, talk to me. Are you laughing at me right now, Tex?
Yeah. Because what they could do to make this game great again is rebuild the goddamn code and start over. But They ain't gonna do
That's
that.
not gonna happen. Let's
They're
just
just gonna keep building on top of a faulty foundation and wondering why there's cracks in it. That's all it's gonna be, bro. So unfortunately, I mean, these fixes would be kind of cool, but what's gonna happen is they're gonna fix something, and something else is gonna come up happen. They fixed the A gap shit, they fixed the hover shit, A gap popped back up, and they fixed that, and now you can still send the overload blitz. Like, there's nothing that they can really do, I don't think, this year to fix a lot of the stuff that's gonna like make it playable, more playable. But like outside of removing formations, like I don't think there's anything that they can do to kind of like make Madden gameplay better this year. Cause even ID the mic still broke, bruh. I still ID who's coming in. I still get sacked.
Yeah, maybe
Like,
that's true.
how is that still, bro? Other thing y'all put in the game last year that shouldn't be broke this year. Why am I yelling?
No, I like it. You gotta yell because people say you talk too
Yeah.
too low in the pod.
They
Yeah,
do say
so
that. It's my voice, man. I'm sorry, I got a good voice.
and I appreciate the passion. I want it. Even though you're laughing at me, I really appreciate that you're
a hopeless romantic, bruh. Like you're an optimist. I'm a pessimist. How does Bob feel about this, man? What do you think?
I think Madden should be the ultimate game of chess, right? You should have to know football, have some understanding, and know that if somebody's going to come out here in a weak front and I come out in a strong set with a fullback, that I'm going to barrel forward for 8 yards. And people should have to start changing up their formation based on what the offense is and not be able to just run the same junk no matter what play calling or offensive formation they're going against. So, yeah, if cards played like they should, closer to real life, and it became more of a chess game, I think it could be one of the best games out there.
I 100% agree with you. It's like a live motion chess. You're right. Like it's basically some stick skills along with some strategy skills. But here's the thing. What Madden has become, and it's always really been, is like you basically find yourself a play on offense that will beat everything. And then like even if they do adjustment, then another guy's open. So like you don't have to play a game of chess if you find the right plays and can make like a couple reads. So like it kind of loses that factor with some of the plays they put in this game. And then like they refuse to give us new pieces on the board to attack those old busted plays. Like like the crossing routes, they refuse to give us zones. Like they're fixed to crossing routes in the cover 3. It doesn't react quick enough and it still gets open. So it's so god dang strange. And maybe I'm romantic, but like it's strange why they don't invest in it more to make it that way. But I want to talk about investment into Madden here in a little bit. Is there anything guys you want to talk about with gameplay before we move on?
I don't have
You're
anything
tapped?
else to talk about with gameplay.
All right. Bob?
Now, all this talk of gameplay, I feel like I just played it, so I'm stressed now.
All right. So I gotten myself to a little bit of I've become kind of like a what do you say, Twitter troll? What do you say, Texas? I've been kind of a dick lately.
No, I wouldn't say dick, but like you've been feisty lately.
I've been a little
You're
feisty.
direct.
Yes.
Direct. Yeah. So I somebody even tweeted at me, "Hey, Fox, you should stop ranting, or else Clint won't want to come onto your podcast anymore." I'm like, damn. I'm not going to change who I am, but I understand what you're saying. So with this tweet, I said I don't like that they're recycling legends. It shows that we care about this game more than they do. The fact that we're already getting limited time cards again as legends. And I got a lot of likes, got a lot of people feeding back, and we'll get to the recycled legends in a bit. I want to talk about EA game changers, and one game changer. I'm not going to say who. I don't think I need to. And well, he's kind of stuck to his guns, which is unfortunate. Maybe I should, but for now we won't. He basically said, "You guys must have never been able to run a business. You guys never know how to run a business because they shouldn't put in more money into their game than they need to get you people to keep buying it." And I was very, very disappointed that this person's representing the community with thoughts like that. This person is a CFM game changer. He doesn't realize the irony of his own fucking statement that he's telling EA. He's giving EA feedback not to invest into the game and to buy new legends. This is exactly what fucking ruined CFM. Him being on the ground fucking floor of CFM, telling EA and passing along feedback. I can't fully blame EA for the shit that's in their game if they're getting feedback like this from game changers telling them, hey, I think the community's fine with you recycling legends already 2 months into the game. I don't think you should go out and get new legends for your game. And so the fact that these people are there for us as community members makes me quite disappointed. Texas, what do you got?
That sounds like a guy that's just mad that we get all the good toys. He's just like, yeah, I don't deserve anything else. Like, he's mad that his mode don't get no type of love, and he's just trying to vent. Because that doesn't make any sense. Your company will make more money if you get the legends people want. That's facts.
Like, so yeah. So here's the thing. All right. So he said, you must have never run your business. Now, I've never had my own business except for the one that I'm running right now. But I graduated with a business management and finance degree.
Flex? Get it?
Yeah, well, I don't want to flex.
No, flex.
I just want to make this point.
All right.
I don't have to go too far into a textbook I had to look at failed businesses that failed to realize a shifting market, a changing dynamic, a customer base that wanted more. Like Sears. Like, Sears just shut down. A failing business. They refused to reinvest. Like, you guys ever walk into a Sears? It was like, I don't know, there's throw up on every single other aisle. There was just like random food laying around. It's like, you cannot neglect your product and say it worked, it's worked up to this point, and people are playing the game, they're still spending the game, and expect that to move forward just like it has. That is not how business works. So don't come to me with you've never run a business and they shouldn't invest in it. Like, this is just absolute lunacy to me that this person is representing us. And they call themselves an EA game changer, first line of their fucking bio, and this is the kind of shit we're getting. Bob, what do you have to say?
I just don't know how anybody defends what they did this last weekend. Like, the idea that you must not know how to run a business because we expect a business to make its customers happy, that doesn't really seem to jive. You know, like, yeah, I don't understand where he was coming from with that. It just seems like he wanted to white knight for EA for a little bit, but had no substance to it.
And he's doubled down and tripled down. He's still in my mentions today. I'm not gonna reply. I'm not gonna reply to him. He's arguing with other people, trying to argue back at him that he's making no points, and he's saying, "Oh, EA's growing, their revenue's growing. You shouldn't expect any more legends." Like, all right, getting onto the legend part, just about it.
I love that for CFM guys. So he should be cool then. Like, no innovation because you're gonna keep playing it anyways. Who cares?
Yeah, that's the biggest mind fuck of this whole thing. Like, he's a CFM guy, and the reason I moved on from CFM is because EA wasn't investing into that mode. It's so, like, to say that they shouldn't invest, period, because people are still buying the game is fucking stupid. Like, where do you get off? Like, I'm not gonna go to like EA and say, hey, this guy, what's this piece of shit? I saw Kralo defend him in my mentions, and I was on the road, and I didn't want to get into a whole, this guy's a piece of shit on Twitter, and you should fire him, because that's not what I do. I mean, he's not getting paid. It's not like I'm going to cut off his revenue. How is this representing the community? What is this shit? Like, is this the feedback that we're giving? I have some respect. I have a lot of respect for some of the game changers. I know they're giving solid feedback, some of them. But the fact that he would, like you said, white knight for EA, oh man, Texas, take it from here. I got nothing, dude.
I mean, I'm telling you, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's probably just happy to have the time. He probably doesn't actually provide feedback. He probably just happens to be one of those like tier 1 game changers to where like he gets like free stuff but doesn't actually have any type of power. So he just kind of likes the title. Cause like that's the most asinine thing. Like, even if you run a business, I don't run a business. But I know that if you put something out that people want, they're gonna buy it. So instead of recycling legends, you could buy another Legends rights, you know, that people are going to spend money on. And so, or maybe not drop those Legends at day one.
Here's the stupidest fucking thing. Like, me and BobLobLaw were talking about this on Twitter. He mentioned it, I mentioned it. Like, just add the fucking power-ups you added instead. Like, drop the power-ups for all these limited time Legends and your problem's fucking solved. For the people like, oh, I like that EA added them because it makes them more accessible. Stop. This is so fucking easily solved, and then give us other new Legends. Like, great, you're recycling. And then people are like, oh, Fox, you didn't complain last year about Most Feared Tony Gonzalez being recycled. I'm like, okay, just because I didn't complain about something last year doesn't mean it's not still bullshit. There are so many things in this world that's bullshit, I can't complain about all of them. And even in this game, like, just because I didn't complain about last year and I forgot to complain about it, or miscomplain about it, or didn't complain about it, whatever I did, I don't remember last year. I don't assume I complained about it. Doesn't mean it's still not bullshit this year. So,
and there was negativity around that. Like, I remember that there was negativity around the Tony Gonzalez. So even if you didn't, the community wasn't thrilled with it.
Yeah, thank you. And so I just don't. Very frustrating a lot of the arguments I saw on Twitter this week was. And I did lose. I did notice I did lose some people from EA. I may have gotten the unfollow. I even got the thing where you block somebody and then you unblock them, so that way they no longer follow you.
They were big in their feelings this week, man.
Yeah, I got that from one of them. I noticed. But anyways, yeah. So recycling legends, Bob, what do you think?
I mean, it's a little bit of a layered issue because not only was the recycling disappointing, but you recycled somebody that already had a 92 with 93s. I mean, at least you could have created an argument if you say recycled, the 90 overall Lorenzo Neal and he came out with a 93, recycle a guy with a 90. So at least it's a bigger jump if you have to do it. But
yeah,
but giving us a 93 and who, the hardcore Ravens or Ed Reed fans probably were the guys that went out and got that card already anyway. So I don't really know who these people were that were just couldn't wait to finally be able to get their hands on this card. If you don't have a coin stack, you still weren't going to get it because he was still one of the most expensive cards in the game. So what's the difference?
Yeah. Texas, what are your thoughts on that? Should they recycle somebody lower? Would that make a better deal?
I mean, I'm thinking about it. If they recycle Lorenzo Neal like he said, then that would require you to be a 94 power, which is what these cards are essentially. I don't think they should be recycling legends until Ultimate Legends. There's enough legendary players in the NFL. Just spend the money on their rights. You make $1 billion annually. Spend the goddamn money on their rights. Stop trying out the fucking Migos at these shitty ass shows in EA and spend the money on legends and your game changers.
Yeah. Yeah. I 100% agree with that. Like, there are, how much would you get? 1,000, would you say? Okay, so there's like 275 people in the Hall of Fame, in the Football Hall of Fame. And some of those are coaches or whatever. But let's just think of like guys that we grew up with that aren't Hall of Famers. I'm thinking back like on the Steelers of the 90s, early 2000s. You got your Panthers, your Dan Morgans, those type. Like, so there were probably like 1,000 NFL players, either Hall of Famers or like the Harold Carmichaels from the 70s, who's not a Hall of Famer, but still a big deal. That like are great. That would be great additions to this game. And how many legends do we get per year? 70, 80? Would you say?
That seems kind of high, but that might be right.
Yeah,
because like right now we have, counting just the solos, 30 solos, right? So that's 30 legends plus
limited times,
which probably like maybe 50 plus probably 50 legends right now. So I think 70 is probably, it seems kind of high. It's probably accurate.
Yeah. So like, because we have what? How many more? 10 more weeks till we get playoffs, which then they start recycling legends in playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe 70 to 100. Anyways, so there are like 1,000 people out there that they could go get rights for, and they choose to, and a lot of them are repeats. So they got like lifetime contracts for a lot of these legends, it feels like. So why are we recycling legends and people defending it? It obviously we all agree, but people are like, oh, it makes it more accessible, and I get it, but that can be solved through other methods. So that's all I want to say about that.
That's well
put, move on?
Bro. That's well put. We can move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
The guy's a moron, and if you follow me on Twitter, block me back, pussy.
Well, just one real quick point. If they're going to run out of legends this quickly, then they need to scrap the things like the Hall of Fame program that just wastes legends at the beginning that are NAT and cost way too much coin to make sense, and actually use them as legends in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. And all right, Tex, you had another thing about a game changer, what they said too.
Yeah, game changer told a person to stop playing the game, which is something you shouldn't say is a game changer. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's always that weird argument. Like, I get it when somebody complains like so much that you're like, all right, can you just stop playing the game, stop adding me, like, because you obviously hate it. But like, when we like a game, but we see its flaws and we want it to be better, and we try and offer, even though it's sometimes too aggressive, but we offer that feedback, like to tell people, hey, don't be negative, just stop playing the game. It's like, no, that's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of weird feedback, right? Or am I wrong?
Get that feedback. People always say, if you don't like something, get out of that, get out of it, like a relationship. If you don't like being in there, leave. All right, cool, I got you. But if your whole job is to not do that, if your whole job is to make sure I don't leave, don't tell me to leave.
Yeah, like with a relationship, like let's talk about like let's compare it. All right, it's kind of like the people who say, "Oh, you don't like what's going on in the country, just leave." It's like no, like I mean, we could try and change this thing. Like just because things are going and there's things wrong doesn't mean we can't try and fix them. Like let's not just say let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Bob, what do you think of this whole thing?
I was thinking about this earlier today, and the way that EA and some of the game changers, and honestly even some YouTubers respond to people at times, is I compare it to if you have you're in an argument and you're like trying to get somebody's attention and you're just saying their name over and over again, and then you yell at them and they respond and they say like, "Don't yell at me," and it's like, well, I tried that, you didn't respond. You can tweet to EA 100 times with very polite feedback, polite questions, and they never respond. Then you finally get fed up and you're extreme about it, and then that's when they respond and they kind of call you out like, well, this isn't the right way to do feedback, and they kind of make you feel like an ass. And it's like I was nice 100 times and you didn't care, and now so I'm finally fed up and ass, and you're gonna call me out in front of all your followers. Like that's a dick move.
It's good for clout though, right? They're just clout using you.
Clout chasing EA scums. That's crazy.
That is it's a good thing. Like here's the thing, like sometimes you do see that, you see the feedback and stuff, and man, I agree. Some people come out too aggressive too early, but then some people just end up, kind of progressing, like move up the mountain, and they get more and more angry, and they get called out. So, goddamn, really good fucking point though, man. All right. So, with that, are you guys? This is on the agenda. Are you guys hopeful for Madden's future? Like, not just Madden 19, but Madden 20, Texas.
I mean, I gotta be positive. I think that this game is not where it needs to be. So like, it keeps saying that next year is gonna be the year. So I feel like with how gaming is going, with like studios and all these people like putting out good content in like short periods of time, like one can only be optimistic that it's gonna get better, especially now that like we're gonna be hopefully having more open communication channels with EA. So they can know exactly what we want, because it seems like they're doing a better job this year of finding out what people want, as opposed where everything kind of before was, we'll get the feedback of the people when the game's out. Now it seems to be in like the beta we got last year. That's something we haven't seen in forever, or this year I should say.
Well, it's been 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years since we had one.
Yeah,
it was a closed beta, I think, 2 years ago, right?
I don't remember what it was 2 years ago. I know you had a beta 2 years ago. I don't remember that.
Yeah, we didn't get one last year because of the engine change, but I think we did get one. I wasn't in the one 2 years ago either. I was just a part of this open beta here. So, yeah, I don't know. What about you, Bob? Optimistic for 19 and 20 or not?
I will be hopeful the day EA releases a ratings Bible, because that would tell me that they actually finally understand their own game well enough to tell us what everything means. And so then I'll be hopeful that they finally have it working correctly.
That's a goddamn good point. Is it weird, like, the ratings Bible would have to be, like, differentiate between salary cap and MUT, too, right? Because the thresholds are different. So, yeah, you're right. Then they'd have to fully understand their own game and how it works and the changes they make and what's broken, what's not. But maybe someone will just do, like, guesswork, too. Like, somebody could just say, oh, it's probably this. Fuck it. Nobody's ever going to check my work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get you. That'd be kind of neat if they did put a ton of time and effort into a ratings Bible and figured it out. But, all right. Let's talk. For me, all right, let me answer my own question. Am I excited about 19 and 20? 19, I feel like it's kind of in the bag. I feel like 20 will be good if we don't get long shot. If they take the resources on long shot, put it in the gameplay and MUT, CFM, that kind of stuff, put it into the core modes, I think I'm optimistic. But we'll see if they try and do something. I don't know. Would you guys want a career mode, or is that a waste of effort, Texas?
I don't know, damn career mode.
Bob?
They're getting so mad at me. They're getting so mad. I can hear the comment section. He don't want no career. No. I don't know.
I don't know if I have more time for Madden than I already spend on MUT. So another mode probably isn't what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. Like, career mode sounds great, and the people that are fighting for it are like the guys on YouTube that do really well with career mode numbers. And I understand the desire for career mode. I played it back in the old NCAAs and Madden. But where I see Madden now, Yeah, it's a pretty casual experience. So it's kind of like giving a mixed message to us. Like, do you want us to go hardcore, like competitive, or do you want a super casual experience? So they're doing it both again. Like, kind of long shot was a casual experience of this year, and they wasted a lot of time and money in that. So to waste it on career mode, that's gonna be pass for me too.
Yeah,
But
I just don't think they'll do it well enough, and they're not going to hire a studio to put a story together. It'll be somebody in house, and we already see how Longshot turned out. So what's the point?
yeah, is it funny? I mentioned this in stream. I think I mentioned it a little bit before, but is it funny? EA, they took Longshot from a studio that just went under because it didn't the format didn't work. Like Telltale Games just closed, and Madden was the one that kept caught onto that train really late.
Super
right?
late. And the Telltale games are all really well written and great. They just
and it still fucking died. And Madden was like, hey, let's try that, and it fucking died. And there was no sales.
That's another argument for like episodic release. Because they release stuff like in like so you have to pay I think $20 to like get the new games and stuff. So I think that's where it comes down to. You're paying money for like new episodes to play over and over again. But they're all good though. So I'm hoping somebody absorbs that company.
Yeah, no, I think all those employees were laid off, but the IP might be up for sale and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The like, it's just, I don't know. It's so like EA, they follow these trends too late. They don't innovate. They copy, they buy out studios, and then they fail. Like EA, their upper management, the decision they make to like pursue Longshot and basically a series / game play like movie type deal that's shown its failure is like just more evidence of how bad their upper management is, upper, middle, upper, and like how the people bailing this company out are like the frontline developers, like that are actually making the games. And even though we have a lot of problems with the gameplay and stuff, they just don't get the right resources dedicated to it that can fix the core issues because our management's over here copying these dead IPs.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, imagine how many more legends they could have afforded if they didn't do Longshot, and we wouldn't have game changers telling us we don't know how to run a business.
Nailed it.
Perfect dismount.
Yeah, that perfect. Let's transition into from most feared business decision to most feared promo. So they're having a stream Thursday afternoonish.
Of course.
And yeah, and they say it's to preview some sort of club championship, but ain't nobody tuning in for no club championship. Most feared and Madden drops Thursday afternoon. Let's go through puzzle pieces from Madden 13. Texas, take us through what puzzle pieces are and that you want them back in 19.
All right,
sell us on them.
Back in Madden, I'm not going to sell you on because collectibles. I don't want collectibles. But back in Madden 13, we had these promo where you had to get 6 puzzle pieces to make one whole player. So the big guy being the Marshawn Lynch. Now, there are certain puzzle pieces more rare than others, obviously, which I don't think EA knows what they're doing sometimes. I feel like they all be the same price because that was the chase back then, trying to pull packs, get that one rare puzzle piece.
That boardwalk.
Yeah, get that.
And like
get
the
that
McDonald's.
Get that bottom left corner, number 3, going for like 1 billion coins. And you complete that, and you got like a pretty great running back in Marshall Lynch with a dope picture. It was a cool promo. And then we got that back in what, Madden, was it 16? They brought back puzzle pieces early on for the that shitty-ass Matthew Stafford. And was it 16 or was it 15?
I think it was 16. Was that like launch day promo?
I think it might have been launch day.
Yeah, that sounds like 16 to me.
Yeah, but it was a pretty cool program. It was something different, something new. It wasn't the same old sets inside of sets type promo that we've been getting forever. It was just get these 6 pieces and get the running back. That'd be kind of dope to see. I wouldn't mind that being sprinkled inside of what the promo is going to be. Something like a set you can just like pull packs for and get those collectibles. But I don't want collectibles back in Madden because they overdo it when they do collectibles.
We do have a few, but you're right. We used to be really collectible heavy in this game. Yeah,
they dropped like 1,000 collectibles one day. Like it was like a little. It was like 32 times 32 is how many collectibles they dropped into Madden. Like, what are y'all doing? We can't have over 1,000 cars not buying, but you got all these collectibles in the game.
Mm-hmm. One of the best pieces of feedback I saw. RBT did a video on collectibles and how trash they are, and he was like super passionate about it. I'm like. That video changed the game. That was kind of hot.
Breaking news.
What?
YouTube is down for users worldwide.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you just put a video up?
Yeah, I did. Yay. Is it really down worldwide?
Yeah, Breaking 911 just said it.
Breaking 911. Oh, is that like a Twitter account you follow?
Yeah. Breaking 911.
Huh. Well, yay me.
Time to re-upload
Um,
it. Tell you that.
yeah, it's already up there.
I'll
So
take that bitch down and re-upload it.
YouTube. Yeah, mine's spinning. Oh no, it just loaded.
It did?
Nope, sorry. Video didn't load though.
Okay.
Huh.
So private that bitch and re-upload.
Yeah. Whatever. I'll just let it. All my videos suck anyways. They all do terrible numbers.
Why you gotta be like that? just private it and re-upload it tomorrow, man.
That's cool. I'll just put up a new deuce. Anyways, so most feared. What are you guys predicting? Texas, who are you predicting for our most feared players? And I'll go to you, Bob.
Patrick Willis, who we're not going to get
Yeah.
because he runs a good business and don't buy legends. So Khalil Mack.
Let me look at the legends last year, and I'll predict off that list.
Well, last year was Randy Moss, Ray Lewis, and Tony Gonzalez.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, through the game. We already got Randy Moss and Ray Lewis and Tony Gonzalez. So,
No, but for real, I really want to see Trey Palmer and Patrick Willis. That's the two guys that they literally if they don't fucking get them for this promo, bro, like, what's the point?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
if
Troy would be a great
like,
most feared.
I don't think these motherfuckers, like, they ain't asking for much money. Are they not calling their agents? Or are they just too cheap?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know.
Patrick Willis he's a pastor at a church. You could probably, this money's going to your congregation. You could fucking, get me on the phone call. I get him in the game right now.
You should try that.
I get him in the game right now, bro.
That'd be a good YouTube video. Seeing how hard it is to get legends in Madden.
Yo, trying to get these motherfuckers number. I work for Electronic Arts. I'm trying to get your client into the game. What would his asking price be?
Yeah. That's actually a pretty good goddamn video. I'm gonna be straight with you.
Except for the fact that I'll get probably sued for fucking
impersonation.
Yeah, impersonation and all this shit.
All right, Bob. What are your thoughts?
A recording phone call. I can't do that. Oh, that's illegal. Fuck. I'm not going to jail.
No, don't you live in a one-party consent state?
I don't know the rules out of this.
You're going to You're going to Texas. You'll be in Texas. That's a one-party consent state. I know that. Colorado, one-party consent. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking up Colorado right now. Colorado is a one-party consent state. There you go, Texas. You're good.
Just call them and be like, I got to tell them I'm recording.
Yeah.
Bet. All right.
Yeah, you don't.
All right. I'm about to go make this happen, bro. Who got Patrick Willis' phone number? Let me know. Who goes to his church? Tom, looking for him.
It'll work, dude. All right, so let me go through the legends. Let me go through some of the legends last year. Harold Carmichael, who'd be a pretty good legend for most feared. Culpepper, that'd be a good one. We got Ogden. Shannon Sharp we got. Sterling Sharp we don't have. Frank Wycheck, he's not a most feared kind of guy. Earl Campbell? We got an Earl Campbell?
Is he most feared over, like, a LeGarrette Blount?
Yeah, maybe LeGarrette Blount would be better. I mean, he's a current. I'm thinking legends, but yeah, you're right. LeGarrette Blount would be a better one. Or Derrick Henry.
Well, who's the scariest running back? It's Eric Dickerson, right? It has to be. Like,
if I were a defender, and which running back would I least want to have running at me?
Yeah, I mean,
Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Bo Jackson easily. He's number one on that list. But number two, because Earl Campbell is a bruising back. He runs hard.
Yeah. What about Bettis?
Bettis is also, Bettis makes a lot of sense too. Would you want to bet? I would want to bet this year. Calvin for receiver?
Yeah.
I think Calvin's a good choice. I think that's probably.
You know what's
I would
crazy?
put him in most feared.
Looking at my comment section, nobody mentioned Bettis because nobody wants a fucking 85 speed halfback.
I want late career 300-pound Bettis. Give me 2007 Jerome Bettis. Crazy. I don't even care. 82 speed, 310 pounds, trucking 99. There it is.
Running fools over.
Yeah. What about you, Bob? Legends? You said Megatron?
Yeah, well, do we think that I mean, I wonder if they're going to recycle what they did last year and go with the crazy strong, crazy fast.
They better
what
not.
was the crazy tall?
That'd be so bad.
Yeah.
Recycled promos? Sort of hashtag. Recycled mutt.
Recycle that hashtag.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I like that they did this year that I kind of hope they do more of is it was the Gatorade promo was giving that option where they did those sets where if you got the hero, you could plug them into that set and then you would get their, I guess this would be more for basically, the non-legend cards, but like that JJ Watt where you put him in and then it gave you his back an NAT, but then an NAT of his base card, so you didn't have to spend 400K on his 92 overall and then another 200K on his 89 overall for people that wanted to do the power up.
That's a really good point. That was a very innovative, nice solution. I mean, just one of the small things that like sometimes we don't appreciate as much as we should. But yeah, that was thinking ahead for them. And yeah, I agree. Give them credit for that one for sure.
Yeah, because I think I saw a list and it was something like it was 4 names on the list. I can only remember 3, like 87 and up base guys that haven't gotten upgrades, and it was Aaron Donald, Mac, Harrison Smith, and I think there was one more, but you know that those base cards for Mac and Donald would fly up in price if they got new cards out there.
I bet they already have. Let me look at that. I bet you people are investing in those.
Mac's been 10K for like a month, I swear.
And now what's he going for? Cleo Max 88 is 200K, right?
Yeah, which is average price what he's going for. But like his power up.
Oh, power up's been 10K for a long time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, what we've seen, power ups haven't like been crazy good though.
No,
right? Like
no.
power ups haven't increased that much.
No, you sell on hype. Like the power ups, people are trying to sell when the market's flooded. You got to sell on hype. That's just like the rule.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I mean,
Mac
the last 3 days, Mac, what's up?
Mac will be interesting too, because are they going to make him a linebacker?
If
or
these
an end
motherfuckers
again?
fuck up my team again and make him a goddamn left outside linebacker, I'm fighting somebody at EA.
You can count on it, Tex.
They did that shit.
He switched teams. He switched teams though.
I don't give a. He's on the defensive. Oh.
I knew Tex would like that one.
Make a right outside linebacker saying he pissed because I got fucking Telvin Smith and Clowney, not Clowney, and fucking Lawrence
LT
over there. Oh, yeah. Just fucking assholes, bro. They better not do that. His power, by the way, is still 12K.
Yeah, it's good idea to sell.
Yeah, sell.
At least Thursday. Are you guys selling your team for most feared or not? Or did you?
I don't have a team.
You just got power ups.
I got a God Squad.
Woo!
No, I don't
like
sell because like nothing has came out yet, so like convince me to sell. But the Mud Heroes are cool, but none of these cards are usable except for like 3.
Whoa, that's a hot take.
Fight me. But like
right.
like none of these cards are like as glitchy as they were last year. Like the Von Miller is like one of the better ones, but power doesn't mean anything unless you're pass committing, and if you pass commit, you're gonna get dicked on the run.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of annoying. The Eric Berry has 99 zone if you get the coach, but he's not that good as like some people were saying. All right, bet. And then the quarterbacks are all ass because they have terrible.
Pat Pete?
That's the quarterbacks.
Oh, I think it's a corner.
Not the cornerback. I mean, we already got Deion Sanders. I don't think you can bet Pat Pete's better.
You only have one cornerback on the field at a time, Texas? What kind of formation
I
are you
got
running?
Darius Slay and I got fucking Marcus Peters, bro. Fight me.
You think Darius Slay?
But none of those guys are Pat Pete.
Yeah.
Darius Slay's 90 speed. Pat Pete's 91 speed. What's the one speed gonna do? Get just tackle better? Like what's not gonna make much of a difference?
Texas, as somebody who is so invested in power ups as you are, I'm sure you can recognize the benefits of +1s.
Bro, they had abilities last year. I saw you power. They had abilities. Remember that? Secure dog. Remember Amos last year?
Oh
Amos
fuck yeah!
Tackler with
Hell
90
yeah!
speed. Like I had abilities, man. Now I ain't got no abilities because they gotta be 90 overalls. But like the cornerbacks, like it was a Pat Pete and Malcolm Butler's ass. The linebackers are all ass, except for like I said Miller. Defensive linemen are like not better than like the K1 Short. Yeah. Not much better than his 90 or 89. Like it's just
95
like
block shed isn't anything to you?
What do you mean 95 block? I mean, it doesn't mean anything to this. It's cool. It's cool. But like my power up K1 has 95 block shit.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, 91. It's chemmed up and shit, so who cares?
Oh, well, chemmed up, your K1 would have 99 then.
He probably would, but like it's not gonna stop the run because you can't do anything in stretch.
Yeah, that's true. He won't do shit against
like,
stretch.
It's just like a lot of these players just aren't like what they were last year. So I think the only thing that's gonna literally make your cards you have to sell is motivators. I think it's the only promo that's gonna come out where you're gonna want to sell your cards.
Motivators?
Because they're gonna give you the +2 to certain things that you like. And so I think that's the only thing that's going to actually entice you to sell your players off. But nothing really tanked with the Mud Heroes.
Yeah, but our motivators, are they going to have to be our starters? Or like all the other chems, we just buy them all and throw them on our bench to get the boosts?
No, throw them on the bench.
Yeah. Bench him.
Throw him on the bench.
So you won't need to sell your main cards. You're just going to make them all better.
Yep, that's going to be the funny thing about it. You gonna be out here fucking with like all the motivators is backups, just +2 to this, +2 to that, +2 to that. That's gonna be fun. Can't wait for that promo. I think most feared is gonna be okay. You're gonna see some decent cards, but I don't think there's gonna be. It may be one card you have to like sell one player for, but you're not gonna like unload your entire team to pick that group of players up. Because the amount of players that we're getting with power ups and with flashbacks and other stuff like that, it just doesn't seem like a lot of these cards are special, which I'm not knocking the content. Don't be like, it's in text one's less content. No, I just don't think the cards you're dropping mean anything because the thresholds make these cards play the same.
Yeah, to a certain extent, I would agree. But right now, I think this time of year, new higher cards matter more than later in the year. Like right now, those top tier cards matter more than if you have like a budget 85 overall squad.
Are we gonna get top tier cards though? Every single promo and even
I think we'll get three. I think we'll get 3 top tier cards.
You know, you might get top because didn't they increase team of the week today? 91.
I think you are correct.
Yeah, so we probably might get 92s. You might get 93s. What overall?
With most feared?
Yeah, you might get some 93s now, but +1s.
Yeah, I think we'll get a 94 like last year. Didn't we have 3 94s last year?
I don't think we got. I mean, might get 94s,
yeah,
but
we had 3 94s last year.
I know, but we might get 90. I'm thinking 93s at max. Maybe in master at 95.
No.
I'm thinking 93s. Right? Everything's been kind of slow rolling this year with the overalls.
Worse than last year?
I don't know if it's worse than last year. I just know that they're slow rolling it because like even the flashbacks and veterans and heavyweights are still at 91.
Low 90s, yeah, 91.
Yeah, so I just like they're just slow rolling it right now. So it may go to 95. I doubt. I think 93. I'm thinking 93. We'll find out though. We'll talk about it next week.
What do you think, BobLobLaw? 94?
I think Tex is making the biggest mistake right now and focusing too much on overall, because I look at it, I can't believe how we're already talking about 99 zones and 99 block shed and 99 power move with chems and stuff, and it's October. Like, should we be hitting 99 in stats already in October? So I don't know if we should be complaining that like overalls aren't high enough yet. I think names.
I'm saying overalls when it comes so since overalls they don't matter at all, but the ratings kind of dictate that. So a 92 and a 91, even though a 92 is better, it's just gonna be +1s, right? And so that's why I mentioned overalls, because these cards are so similar. So a 92 overall that came out for Halloween is gonna look the same as the 92 that came out for the Ultimate Kickoff. Because the ratings don't change between the overall. Like it's like there may be a card that's special in like throw power or in like maybe catching and then have worse everything else. But for the most part, generic card A and generic card B that are the same overall pretty much may have the same exact stats.
Yeah, but I guess the Legends this weekend, the Legends were 93s and the Limited was a 94. So I would have to think that at a minimum the Masters for most feared would be at least 94s, if not higher. Because they're not going to do less than a weekly limited legend, and I mean that moves the needle. There's still very few cars that high in the game. There's not even that many 93 overalls without power up in the game.
That's true.
And I remember the fourth name. The other one was Russell Wilson. So if most feared gives us a Russell Wilson, Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald, Harrison Smith, and then throw 2 or 3 legends in there, that's still going to be a lot of big names. It's going to get people wanting cards.
I don't know about Harrison Smith.
Vikings fans love him.
He's most feared in Madden because he's slow.
He's a good in the box safety.
Well, you got to say in the box. That card's trash. Fox.
I don't disagree. What? I'm just arguing for Vikings fans, I guess.
I thought you guys were having a good conversation.
No, I was just like, I thought you were, because I thought you lagged out. I thought you might have lagged out. I'll see if you.
Oh no! Just listening. I was listening to the Vikings trash talk. I got
you. But
yeah.
So I'm worried because I remember last time we did this, like you were gone for like 3 minutes. I'm like, oh, Fox isn't here. Then it's me. It was an EA developer. I'm like, oh, this is awkward. What do I ask?
Well, I thought you were talking about the Mutt Leaks one where we had like some technical issues. No,
this was with like a developer on it. I think you lagged out for like a hot second.
Oh, that was with Rex, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was with Rex. Like, is Fox there?
So you're like, so what do you think of coin selling?
How do you feel about this?
Yeah. All right. Next up, after most feared predictions, Team League Fantasy Packs. What do you think about the change there? Do you like that they're changing it up, giving us new stuff, or what's your deal with fantasy packs? I opened myself 4 of them, but I want to hear from you guys first. Then I'll give my impressions. Bob, what do you think of the fantasy packs today?
I always like fantasy packs before I buy them. But
Lol.
I really like fantasy packs. Team of the week is just a bad week for them to do something new, just because Team of the Week wasn't very exciting this week, in my opinion. But I know everybody likes different cards. But yeah, I'm never going to complain about new pack options.
Yeah. Texas?
I mean, it's a cool pack. I like the fact that they're adding more stuff to Team of the Week. I mean, they added that pack, but didn't give us limited time, which is weird. And so
yeah, it's super strange, right?
Mm-hmm,
I'll let you finish. Then I'll talk.
It's just like you're gonna give us a $10 pack, but not give us a limited time to pull for in that pack. And so I guess it's best if you want to pull those packs, I guess save till Thursday. Because what's the point of pulling it today? Because you can you still have the same chance pulling a 90 overall out of that pack.
Yep.
On Thursday than you do today. So that's kind of weird to me. And on top of that, I don't like the last round though. Like, it's just 2 cards, and one of them's gonna be 82 overall.
I guess that's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem for Team of the Week is that what's the best? What are you pulling for? Your best card you can pull is a 90, and even then it's pretty rare. There's only 2 of them.
Yeah, I would agree because the prices stabilize pretty quickly on Team of the Week. That pulling them right away won't often get you that much of a bonus. But I saw TD put out a poll he talked about that asked about limited time cards, and 90% of the people voted yes, they want a limited time Team of the Week card. So would you guys rather have a Team of the Week limited time card, or that set legend, or both? Or is that too much content? Tex.
I'd rather have that Melvin Gordon be limited time, but then maybe I don't. I'd rather have him be limited time, but then have like a 1 in 10 packs that's just like boosted, and then have a set version, so I can feel special.
Like old school Ultimate Legends.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
I like that.
That'd be better than what they're doing now, so that way you can at least pull a +1 version of that Melvin Gordon, something else to pull for, and if you don't get it, just do the damn set.
That's hot. Bob?
I think I would prefer if the heroes were a little bit better. So, and then yeah, I'd be fine with them limited edition, because maybe like, for example, this week, if the heroes were 92s, but the limited was a 94, and then obviously a little bit more rare. Just because the way it's set up right now, for somebody like me that has all the best cards, it's really only a 1-card promo. Like, all I care about is the hero, where it'd be nicer if there was 3 legit guys that I was interested in. And in years past, it always seemed like that was the case. Like, the Team of the Week, there was usually 2 to 3 cards that were high end for Team of the Week.
Yeah. I think there are easily a few solutions. I would go with Texas's limited time legend. But I don't know. I think Team of the Week's been improved a little bit from previous versions, but there's still a little bit to go. My experience with the fantasy pack was okay. The first one I pulled was really good. Then the other 4 I pulled were pretty trash. So,
This sounds like pack cards. You got 1 good pack, and everything else is trash.
Yeah, the only reason I pulled them was because of stream. Like, if I was being a rational consumer, I wouldn't have touched them. I would have waited for Most Feared, but I was streaming. I always stream right when Team of the Week drops, so I always feel like, hey, I should get these Team of the Week packs because, they're just added, and it's right during my regular stream time, so let's get it. But yeah, it would be much cooler if I could have something to be excited for rather than just holding till Thursday for primetime performers. So yeah, I would go with a lot of suggestions. Hopefully they listen, but maybe they're afraid of getting negative feedback on too many limited time cards in their game, which is fine. But because then once they put a limited time card, do you think they should put a power up for every single limited time card they have in the game, Texas?
Well, I feel like every card should, because like a lot of these cards. Well, no, because then you got to feel special. Like some of the cards that don't have it, like I guess I like that aspect of it. But
you like exclusionary, Texas?
I don't like it really exclusive, but
Texas is a big fan. He's a bouncer outside of a club at a nightclub. And he just likes rejecting people for no reason. Sorry, this is exclusive. Get out of here.
I get it. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like some cards do need power ups, but some cards don't. I feel like the cards that been on multiple teams deserve power ups, and the cards that be on one team don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like for a limited time, like I'm trying to think of a play, like a limited time. AB
Marcus Gilbert shouldn't.
Marcus Gilbert
yeah.
Sorry, Marcus Gilbert doesn't deserve a power.
I get what you're saying.
Because he's
yeah,
only the stealer. power.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, be on multiple teams. That's why I'm getting exclusive. Like, so Dontari Poe, he deserves a power up because he played for 3 teams.
Alshon Jeffrey needs a power up.
Yes, Alshon Jeffrey. Who else played?
Derek
for
Carr
teams?
should have had a power down.
I felt bad for him this past Sunday, but I felt super sad. Super sad. I was like, why is he crying?
All right, so let's move on. That's great. I want to talk. Did we talk about the meta? We talked a little bit about that. We talked about 99 zone and Texas. What are your feelings on 99 zone?
I don't know. Yeah, I played a few games. So far, Eric Berry's caught up picking every single one of them, or at least forced to pick for me. But I still don't know these players react fast enough to my liking. Like not like the zone rating. I just don't think the players move when the ball's in the air as fast as one would hope. So do you have any idea if EA is going to be fixing that, or if they're going to if they know that's an issue that players don't react like they should when the ball's in the air, or if that's just something that you have to deal with?
Here's the thing. I don't love nerfing the passing game, seeing as they keep tilting it towards the run game. If they make these guys react better than they already are, and we go back to that 91 bullshit reaction, no matter what the threshold is from last year, I don't know if I think that. I don't think that makes it a better game. I don't think them fixing passing zones makes this game better. I think, with regard to quick reaction. Sorry. That's a hard one to say. Like, you can go ahead and clip that, and then I sound like an asshole. But let me get some context to that. So, I think the zones need to be revamped more than, like, here's Madden development in a nutshell. They see a problem, they try to find the quick patch to it. Last year, right when the game launched, everybody's like, "Hey, zones suck. They're not doing anything out there. They're terrible. It's so easy to pass. Corner routes are undefendable." And he is like, "All right, sweet. Here's our fix. We'll just make them break fast as fuck." And then it just covers up all the holes in zone logic. So because they could see things behind them and warp to the ball and then knock down the ball. So fix it. Easy fix. And the easy fixes frequently aren't the right ones. And you see this so often with so many things. Like, say if there's an exploit in a formation where you could, like, motion a guy over and it causes a glitch. What they'll do is just like, all right, that guy can't motion anymore. Instead of fixing the glitch, like, all right, that guy just can't do that anymore. It's like, okay, that's the quick way of fixing it. Instead of actually fixing the root of the issue, they're fixing a lot of the symptoms. So the symptoms of bad zones and easy passing game is like, all right, we'll just make them react quicker. That way we don't have to put too much resources into it. All they do is make one little tuning adjustment. Instead, I want you to fix the disease, which is the inability to recognize routes, the inability for, like, guys to understand, hey, this guy's breaking my route into my zone. Maybe I should get closer to him and follow him. Instead of being able to have these superhuman, godly-like reaction abilities where they can cut on a dime, fully go to full speed, jump 10 feet in the air, and pick the ball off. That's not the kind of football I want to see. I want to see it where I'm looking at intelligent defenders, and these guys out here with the 99 zone, the intelligent, maybe the Eric Berrys out here, are actually playing like an intelligent defender would play both against the pass and the run. Like, they'd recognize a dive, they'd crash the line of scrimmage without you having to, like, man match them or man them up to crash that line of scrimmage. You could leave them in zone because they zones are great against the run because they're just basically looking at the line of scrimmage the whole time. That's not that way in Madden. You need to run man coverage, which is actually kind of worse because you're so focused on your man in the real NFL. Regardless, so EA doesn't need to fix 99 zones in the way that we think they need to fix them, with making them react faster. I don't want that to happen, but I feel like that's what's going to happen if they have any fix for it this year, unfortunately.
Well, it's weird because, like, again, if they didn't just, like, have 99 zone as a main cap, I wouldn't mind if they just adjusted it later on, but they don't seem to want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard them say a single peep about zone coverage. Have you?
It was because it's broken. Cover 6
Well, it's broken, right? But yeah, I haven't heard any feedback from. Like, you saw my Eric Berry review. Like, yeah. It is broken.
Yeah, isn't cover 6, cover 9, all that shit still broke?
No, they fixed it, but I haven't tested it yet. I'm sure I can find a way to break it. I got to break cover 4 here because I just got beat by somebody running cover 4, so I got to find a way to break it again. Well, basically, you're on a 4-man pass rush with a cover 4, and I was like, all right, I'll just throw some cover 4 beaters, and then this 4-man pass rush was getting home against my 7-man protection, and I was like, what the fuck? Fuck this shit. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. By pass committing, you get a much better pass rush. Anyways, Bob, what do you think about zones and them increasing it, the reaction time at least?
I think the conversation should change from 91 threshold, 99 threshold to delta between zone rating and route running rating. I think the game should be understand before the play even happens, even with hot routes, what routes are going to run into a different zone. So if somebody runs their Landry with like 84 deep route running into a deep crossing that's heading into Eric Berry's 98, it should be like, well, this guy has a plus 14 rating. He's going to break like a bat out of hell if somebody tries to throw that pass. But if Randy Moss is running that deep route and he has, 93 deep route running, it might be a little bit slower break. And I think that's how they can help create a better balance between, it not just being about one number. It's about being, well, if you have better players. And then obviously when everything's 99, you're probably talking a little bit more of, I guess, a 50-50 dice roll. But I guess it should be more about the difference between the two players rather than just a hard, this is what my player's rating is. It doesn't matter what your player is.
I don't love that because I don't like that it's going to randomly be different based off a couple points of route running for zone coverage and their offensive change where my defensive guy is going to be. I'm fine with route running just going against man coverage and showing who wins on man coverage versus route running. Zone coverage it's kind of a little bit different of a beast. I personally am not a fan of that solution.
Let me ask you this. If route running really just goes against man coverage and nobody really uses man coverage because you're probably going to get lit up if you do, then why does route running matter on any card? Should we even be looking at it?
Well, what your main issue is, you got to go again to the source. Why does man coverage, have to be unusable? People can't they? Why can't that be balanced? Right?
Yeah. How come there's 3 different routes, but not 3 different mans?
Shading needs to work then.
I mean, that should have been working for the past 3 seasons. I think last year y'all told me if you wanted to shade outside, you had to shade inside.
Yeah, that was last year's man coverage.
What kind of sense does that make? What kind of fucking who's out here what's that thing inverted the damn man coverage shit where you had to ups down
somebody
and down
messed up the settings. Yeah. A first person shooter or they're trying to find a plane, you gotta go invert. Yeah.
What is this? So I don't get that at all. But maybe we should get short man, medium man, and deep man. Just for man coverage ratings.
It's kind of weird that what's the point of short, medium, and deep? I get it that they're more effective at those kind of.
They wanted to make money off an ability. That's the reason why they exist.
Okay.
Or just been training on it, so you can change the shitty ass route from fucking a comeback route to a post route.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, but I will say if a guy's good at running routes, it makes sense that the Edelmans would be good at short and the Moss would be good at deep, but what kind of deep routes are you running posts? It would matter. Is a post going to be the man if you got lower or higher route running on a post? What does that do? Right?
I don't know.
And how's running that different than short?
I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I wish I did.
Yeah. Bob, what do you think about those 3 route running numbers?
Well, and does it calculate it based on where the break in the route is, or so if he breaks his post at the
supposed to,
yard
but
line,
I heard it's broke. It only uses medium route running for most of it.
Yeah. Big surprise. Something EA did is broke.
Weird, huh? Well, because here's the thing. If we're thinking short, medium, and deep, I don't know if they came out and said what yardage they are. They might have, but short, medium, and deep for passing is 0 to 20, 20 to 40, and 40 plus. So I don't know if deep would be 40 plus for route running. Maybe I'm wrong. Have you guys heard anything about what those thresholds are for when this different stats come into effect?
No. And yeah, what route would they ever assign a deep other than it's a streak, okay, we're gonna assign it deep, but that doesn't even make sense. It's not a special skill to run in a straight line.
Yeah, so that obviously would come out with a ratings Bible, something we're unsure about. Anyways, let's move on. All right, last thing I want to talk about today. EA doing drops, which brings people to the stream, which is really nice. Bring hype to Twitter or Twitch, which we need to talk, which is always good. But Fortnite is giving back to its creators. So Fortnite basically, if you like put in a creator code, some of your purchases go to that creator. Is this?
Interesting.
Yeah. So like, it's kind of like this would be like the perfect way for EA to support their creators and also like to make creators not take coin sponsor deals. Like, isn't this is killing two birds with one stone for EA? Is this something EA should implement? Like me and Texas are obviously gonna say yes because we have a financial interest in it. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna recuse us two from this discussion and ask the community member, BobLobLaw. Do you think that's a good thing that Fortnite's doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think streamers and YouTubers are essentially free advertisers for EA. So if there's a better way for them to monetize these people that they're bringing to their game and creating interest into their game, then why not?
Yeah, like I should check out what percent would it be, like 1 or 2%, maybe.
It has to be 1%, but that's still 1%. A lot depending on like if you're a big influencer.
Like, how much more money did Ninja just make?
Yeah, that's crazy. So they put in the code and then buy their shit.
I think that's how it works. Let me look at Ninja's Twitter. I think I saw somebody retweeted his tweet about doing it for him. All right, support creators alive. You guys can support me by going into the item shop tab, click on the support creator at the bottom right of the screen, type in Ninja and boom. Thank you for all supporting me throughout the incredible journey in Fortnite. And then he did a follow-up tweet saying, per my last tweet, it was mainly about letting you know you can support a creator. Obviously, if you choose me, that's great, but absolutely support other creators for any reason you want to. I think a lot of people gave him crap because he's already making a shit ton of money.
He always sticks his foot in his mouth. He's not as smart as we think he is.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, whatever he's done, he's doing it right. I think so. Oh yeah, the top reply was, I think some other people who are less fortunate with money deserve more than you, to be honest. He's getting roasted in the comments. But yeah, I mean, Ninja, like, perfect timing, perfect skill for the perfect game. Anyways, I would get, like, 1% of pack sales to creators for, like, if you put in that creator's name. Like, how much money do you think would be generated off that for, like, your audience, Texas?
I don't even know, because, like, I would be kind of fun to find out, though. I know a lot of people buy packs, though, so I don't know if it was like as easy as like just going to like a store and going to the Texas store and buying packs from the Texas store. I don't even know, but I would love that. I would forego a coin sponsor if EA wasn't so greedy, but they would just take all the money and say you made nothing.
Oh, it's a limited time event for Fortnite, so it's not like a permanent thing.
And Texas, would you really forego the coin sponsor, or would you just do both?
I can do both. I wouldn't be able to be in the game.
Yeah.
So I have to pick one. I mean, I gotta pick one.
Oh, I see. Because they'd have to give you a code. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
You're like, what you gonna do? I'm like, oh, I got you for this month.
Wow, there are thousands. There are thousands of Fortnite creators. Holy shit. There are 5,000 Fortnite creators that you can choose from. Wow.
Jeez, that's dope. Am I on there?
Yeah. Are you on there? I doubt it. If you didn't know about this, I doubt you're there.
I streamed Fortnite like twice.
I think you might have to sign up yourself. It doesn't give a percentage that goes to the Fortnite creator, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
But it goes to all V-Buck purchases. Wow.
It seems like it would make more sense for a game like Madden than Fortnite too, right? Because Madden, it would be like, oh, I don't know about this bundle. I just watched Fox open it. He had some fire pulls, said it was good value. So now I'm opening this bundle because of him. But for Fortnite, is it like, oh, Ninja's character looked cool in this skin that I would have seen anyway in game. So I guess I'll give him a % of that.
Yeah, I would, and especially with the coin seller and something to stick it back to no money spent, guys. Like, that's perfect. I'm just kidding on the no money spent thing. But no, I agree. It would be pretty interesting for that to come. But obviously, I have a financial interest in front of it, so don't listen to me because I am not impartial. So, all right, next up, that's it. All right, questions from the comment section, and I don't see many questions. Somebody was asking about why did the podcast jump by 2 every time on my channel. We alternate channels per week, so one week will be on mine, the next one on Texas, so on and so forth. But they're up on iTunes every week. Some reason 2 of my podcasts got deleted off iTunes, off my website. So Last week's is up, but the previous 2 weeks aren't there for some reason. Anyways, the questions again. Leave them in the comments for any questions that you guys want us to answer next week. That is it. But are you excited, guys? One last question. You guys excited for Most Feared? You guys hyped?
I am.
Yeah,
Bob?
Most Feared's usually a good promo.
Yeah.
I'm more hyped for motivators though.
Do you think people are gonna? How much bitching do you think is gonna happen?
I'm sure everybody's gonna bitch about it not being no money spent friendly before they even understand how the promo works, just like they did the last one.
Yeah, probably. And the thing is, like, I took their word and a lot of people's word at it, and I'm disappointed. I should do my own research.
I just took Bob's research.
Nice. Yeah. Bob, so Bob, can you do the research and DM Texas and I about all the hot tips and stuff? Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get on that. I'll be out of
to
town this weekend, so you're gonna have to wait till probably Monday.
Damn it! It's no good in the YouTube world. In 3 hours, you're done. All right. Yeah, there weren't any good. There weren't any amazing questions. I don't actually see any at all that were a question for the podcast. So that's it, Texas. Take us out, man.
All right, this podcast, I hope you guys enjoyed. Our guest, Bob. Link down in the description if you guys want to follow him on Twitter. He's a good MUT resource. Also follow Gutfox for his snippiness at Game Changers and Developers. You don't want to miss out on that. It's very, very fireworks fun. But yeah, see you guys next time. Goodbye.
See ya.